Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Tonight, we'll see Toronto as they play against the Bucks. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 2. And for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with James. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Kevin Durant. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. And it's the Bucks to start out. Going inside, and it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
Jordan finds Curry. Here's Jordan. Misses from close range. James passes to Parker. Antetokounmpo outside. Jordan against James. Good on the shot.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
Jordan, the pass to Curry. Back to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Here's Parker. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Durant's shot is off. Antetokounmpo against James. Pass to Durant. Back to Jordan. He shoots it. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Here's Parker. Kicks it out to Middleton. James outside. The floater. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Sometimes it's impossible trying to contain LeBron. Have to settle for fouling him and hope that he misses.
Both free throws good from James.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Curry finds Jordan. Now here's Durant. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Curry. Right side Durant. Back to Curry. This one for 3. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 5.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3 ball is falling. That's how good he is.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Adebayo's checked in for Toronto. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Jordan. And here's Durant. Embiid with it. Over to the left wing. Jordan. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Oh, nice play by Embiid. Not just holding it, moving the ball.
Antetokounmpo outside. Inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Curry passes to Durant. Here's the 3. Rebound by Middleton. And so Middleton will bring it up for Milwaukee. Parker finds Durant. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game. Carter, he's checked in for Jordan.
Substitution on the court.
Down low. Oh, stolen by Embiid. And they're pushing it up. And Durant slams it home.
And reaching deep into the bag. Durant finishes with a flourish, and he's got the sauce.
Parker outside. Antetokounmpo surveys. Here's Billups. Three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Durant. Now Carter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
.105 left to play in the first. Now Middleton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Billups. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. Toronto making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Number 34.
Carter finds Antetokounmpo. Durant with it. Back to Hardaway. Here's Carter. And again, Toronto, no good. Tipped away. Durant with it. Durant covering. Here's Carter. He shoots again. And the layup by Durant. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the extra hustle paying off there for KD. That's an easy board with his length.
Durant, the pass to Anderson. Here's Billups. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Hardaway, the pass to Carter. 2 on the clock. Driving inside. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Toronto out in front, up by 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
So for the Raptors right now, Kevin Durant is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard position. And that one's good.
Well, that's what you want to see. A player using his height to his advantage against the smaller defender.
Pass to Billups. Let's go with a 3. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Billups has got 5 now.
Yeah, great heads-up play by Durant. Reading the floor and finding the guy with the best shot available.
Hardaway, the pass to McGrady. Here's Hardaway. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Anderson. Out to the wing. Wide open. Adebayo grabs the board.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Harper. Still without a bucket. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Milwaukee making a switch here. James is checked in. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And Toronto calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Got to give them credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And here's Durant. Puts up a three. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Pass to McGrady. James against Antetokounmpo. Here's McGrady. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Toronto shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And he knocks down the first one.
Tracy McGrady at the line for two.
And so he hits both. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Harper. Pass to Durant. Splitter. Pass to James. Shot clock at 6. Over Antetokounmpo. Nice spin off the left rim and in. James has got 6.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Bird. For 3, Hardaway. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Bird takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Bird's got his first bucket in this one. Pass to Harper. The shot's good on the assist by James.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Outside Hardaway. Here's McGrady. Middleton covering. Stolen by Middleton. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
1:51 left in the half. Here's Parker. Embiid with a nice defensive effort. Here's Jordan. Oh, can't throw down the reverse jam. And here's Milwaukee now. Here's James. Parker outside. To the paint. Here's Splitter. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Parker pulls it down. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Jordan. Back to Antetokounmpo. In close. Antetokounmpo delivers.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
With a bucket here, they can recapture the lead.
I like how they've hung in. Never let things get out of hand.
James outside. And it's Bird with a rebound. SGA. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
46 seconds left to play in the half. Parker with it. He's got 5. Pass to Middleton. Jacks up at 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. James passes to Shays. 5 on the clock. Back to James. Second chance effort. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Antetokounmpo for 3. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Well, that's a gut punch to end the half. Just demoralizing.
And we finished off one half of play. Toronto out in front, up by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. You could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
They've got Chris Middleton. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with James. Then there's Kevin Durant, and it's Parker in at the point guard position. That's Doc Rivers 5 as we get into the second half. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's scoreless. The shot comes out.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles, smartly setting up another guy.
Middleton outside. Pass to James. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. Giannis throws it down.
And man, does Giannis work hard on the glass. Being rewarded for his efforts right there.
Jordan. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Embiid, he's checked in for Toronto. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. On the wing, Durant. Back to Parker. With the drive. Good work there as it goes. Parker's got 7.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Milwaukee trails by 7. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Durant. Now, here is James. Here's Parker. Out to James. To the inside. It's tipped. Milwaukee shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he makes a first.
At the line for your home team.
Hits both from the stripe. Toronto leading by 5. Curry passes to Embiid. Jordan with it. Middleton covering. And here's Curry for 3. 4-3. Stephen Curry.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
James against Embiid. Now, here is James. Give him 8. 6 on the shot clock. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. That one doesn't drop. Embiid with the nice defensive effort. Inside. And finished off by Adebayo.
What a confident dunk by Adebayo. He knows there's little the defense can do once he's elevated.
Now Durant. Pass to Anderson. against Curry. Kicks it out to Parker. Oh, special move before that shot. Parker's got 11 points.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer. And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Antetokounmpo for three. Sinks it from distance. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Milwaukee trails by 7. Durant, pass to Anderson, back to Durant. Parker against Curry. Clock at 6. With the floater. Oh, nice D from Curry. Toronto leading by 7. Left side Durant. Pass to Embiid. On the wing, Curry. Beyond the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Now here's Parker. Middleton outside. Adebayo grabs the board. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Curry passes to Jordan. Now Durant. Back to Jordan. Outside Durant. The three from Curry. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Buzzer-beating backbreaker. That pushes the lead to double digits going into the final period.
And so it's Toronto earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More 2K action in just a moment. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Milwaukee trails by 10. So for Toronto right now, they've got Joel Embiid. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's McGrady in at the two-guard position. And Billups gets it to go.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
To the left side wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Shays with a rebound. Shays has got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Shot's good by Anderson.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. From downtown. And Billups gets it to go.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
Here's McGrady. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on LeBron James. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Toronto?
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with their transition back.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
Timeout called, Raptors. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the Raptors had some words for his team over the break. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to McGrady. Misses from short range. Oh, he picked him clean. Good. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Middleton outside. Offline with a 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
McGrady, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's Bird. Launches a 3. Connects from downtown. And it's an 8-point Toronto lead.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Both teams will make substitutions. James outside. Back to Parker. He takes it in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
4th personal foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your home team.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Toronto leading by 6. And here's Jordan. Bird passes to Jordan. Here's Bird. And here's Curry for 3. Goes back up. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Here's James. Over on Antetokounmpo. And James gets it to go.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Jordan finds Antetokounmpo. And here's Curry for 3. Kevin Durant with a rebound. Milwaukee trails by 6. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Bird. Oh!
Wow!
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Now here's Parker. And he lobs it up top. Curry with it, picked up by James. To the left wing. Outside Curry, from behind the arc. He drops it from range. And now an 11-point Toronto lead.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Parker passes to Antetokounmpo. No good that time. Good D by Adebayo. Here's Bird. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Kevin Durant.
Shooting for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Adebayo. Both shots good from the stripe. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Antetokounmpo inside. Embiid's there. Here's Durant. And he gets it to go from the high post.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Toronto making their last shot. Durant looking around. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's Curry for 3. Here's Bird. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to let up, and I like that. Keep pouring it on.
Parker, no good. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
Hits the trifecta.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Here's Bird. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. 5 ticks left in the 4th quarter here. So Toronto takes the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Stephen Curry.